This woman is too cruel because of her Moonlight. Let the husband die. 2 years in the rock for him. Come out here for me. Don't think you didn't answer the message. I couldn't find you. On the side of God. What's the emergency? I don't know why. Why are you so cruel? You have to see that death doesn't save you. Or is he not at home? Or stop. A new person out of the stone house. Where can he go like that? Probably hiding from me. Come out here for me. Loud voice. Lose glow as Yan was horrified to the neighbors next door. Who are you looking for? This house has been empty for a long time. I tried to talk to him. Long dead. Stop joking. People like Sao can. How can this be a joke? 2 years ago out of the rock, he was dead in less than 2 days. You can't get past what you are. Look back. I saw that the magic tissue pulled the willow sleeve like a saddle. Come on, man, this is news. I still hate what happened 2 years ago. Make him plead guilty instead. See, he won't help you anymore. Let's go home. Just one sentence of the God dampened Lu's suspicions, as Yen. Assume that I don't want to help them. That's why I gave the fake news that I was dead. What do I hate? I gave him so much money. He should know enough. I'm hovering over their heads. Hearing these words only feels my soul trembling. More money. I didn't get any of that money. It was intended for Zivu's daughter to go to college. As a result, I was in the stone house for less than 2 days. The money on the card was wiped out. If not, SAO girls can be so badly injured, and even the hospital couldn't pay. If you want me to go to jail, I will go. I'm actually not afraid of these things. I just can't get away from you. If you can feel his touch, take his hand. God rest assured. I won't let you go. I will definitely find him. This time he has to take the blame. Look at their faces. I just want to rush down and crush them. Dear, please pass the words to me. Within 3 days, if I don't see him. Don't expect me to continue. For that bastard too. But that kid was hit by a car a long time ago. The N sub is still hiding. Like quietly rolling your eyes in contempt, pretending to keep pretending. I didn't just make him sit in the rock for a few years. He is still humiliating with me. It's definitely hiding. I've got to find him. I watched their backs leave. But the painful memory came back 2 years ago. Will you find me like this? When the corn god driving drunk caused an accident, she knelt in front of me crying, begging me to plead guilty. It's only been 3 years. It'll be over soon. This project is very important to me. He can't have a criminal record. Can you help him one last time? Don't worry, I'll give you some money. I will also arrange everything in good order. Put her in the best school. Please help him. I'm begging you. Look at the crying face with all the makeup on. I was right, Theo. Believe that. I think it will save our marriage. But in exchange for a cruel end life now in the car. Is it like a phone call to find the whereabouts of the living must see the dead must see the body? I asked anxiously. If he really died, why? Is it as if the neck is determined to be impossible? Before I put him in jail for a few years, I made a deal. People who live like him can die. Don't you worry, the water is still in our hands. He wouldn't dare not listen. I'm floating in the air. Look at Willow's delicate grass as Yen. Suddenly, I want to laugh. That's right, people like me. In his eyes, there was no right to die. Ziyu looked at the willow as restless and asked his father. Don't you like me? My eyes are burning. I'm not laughing, I'm just busy. You have a lot of work to do. I wait for you every day. But I haven't called you yet. I turned my face away. I dare not let my daughter see my contorted face. As if you could hear me. My daughter is still waiting for you when she dies. A few days later, It seems as though it is still everywhere because of the magic. She used every means to force me to show up. In the end, she defied all odds, stormed into the principal's office. Don't call it armed, come here. The principal is a little bit worried. I'm armed. She stopped studying years ago. Are you too tight? After thinking about it, she suddenly laughed coldly for an hour. I've really underestimated the oratory. To hide from me and to let the royal child. That's giving up such a good educational environment. She snarled at the phone in anger. Try to give me an hour. Ring that bastard to me now. But she's sure there will be no answer. Now she got a call. Get out of the office and find a quiet place. God, the rope over there. The panicked voice of the nervous tissue moves too. The police have already started collecting 10 pieces of evidence. Have you found the mantra yet? Not yet. But don't worry. I won't let anything happen to you. What about language? If you dig 3 yards of dirt, you have to find him. She eloquently uttered a cruel sentence, then to the ward office. In your file, there's a mentor. Right? Find his documents, get out here. Employees look at each other. The eyes contain some anger. This is the office area, not a place for you to work. Whatever you want to do, follow the process. If he was scolded to change his face. The enemy has no intention of giving in. Not volunteered. Prepare the necessary documents. Put it in front of the enemy. I am the wife of the great aunt. I can't find him now. Please see where his current address is. Auntie. He died 2 years ago. You're his wife. Why don't you know this? It sounds like Willow is stunned on the spot. Forever without soul. What do you say? I said the person you're looking for is dead. Not long after he got out of jail. The hospital and funeral home. I called the family a few times without AI listening. The dog is still there. If you don't pick it up, it will be destroyed. My lips are still trembling. Maybe she remembered. I've actually received a call like that before. Is it like he suddenly frantically pulled out the phone? She stared at the bill. Automatic family card renewal in phone. The last trade stopped at the 15th of April 2023. The day I died. She's suddenly silent and she's armed. Where is that child now? I remember I did the school admission process before, boarding for it. But maybe she's dead because of her boyfriend. Car accident time is a little earlier than trying. Was during the time he was in the stone house even more. Records show procedure. Her graduation was not due to the stroke. It's a man named Wu. This time it was my turn to be amazed. The staff couldn't help but sarcasm a few sentences. People have been dead for so long without knowing it. What kind of wife is that? To their father and son before they died were thin and bone thin. You have so much money you can't spend on your husband. You are dead to find. Who doesn't know? I have completely lost my previous arrogance. She doesn't pay attention to the staff anymore. Go directly to the house of God. Why did you drop out of school for dance? My body is clearly stiff. I can't believe the enemy asked this question. Why did I suddenly ask this? Answer me. People from the neighborhood said you'd done the dropout procedure. I'm floating in the air looking at the pharynx of my tissue. Movement up and down evasive gaze. I just felt that could go to school. It's also a waste of resources. Why'd Willow as Yen suddenly high up waisted tie you on? That's the condition I promised you. As I hear you explain to me. I was just worried that the kid at school would say something. It affects our relationship. If only you knew. I love you so much. Can't take any risks that could lose you. The Willow's body seemed to stagger. I swear her clenched fist slowly loosened. A god of opportunity to embrace her. Just a bastard. It's not worth being angry about. The most important thing is your case. The lawyer is waiting. It was as if he had been dragged into the library. Everyone seems to lose their soul. In the bookroom, VC-clad lawyers are sorting documents. As soon as I sat down, I began to exercise, make up the schedule of the day of the case. Claiming to be home all night. Sir, I need you to tell me the truth. The police have captured part of the surveillance. The camera can be fake like it was 2 years ago. It is not okay after all what I just said. His face immediately turned pale. If you suddenly raise your head. 2 years ago, what 2 years ago? The air in the bedroom was freezing. The corn god's forehead held out sweat as big as a pea. He laughed for 2 hours. Nothing I remember wrong. The lawyer's keen to capture this detail. Sir, if you have any other unreported cases, this will affect serious to the defense strategy. Under the inquiry of the lawyer. My mental tissues finally crumbling, I admit it. 2 years ago, I had a mild VA. The enemy was not injured at all. The Willow's voice suddenly trembled. 2 years ago when? That's when he just went to prison. On the Warm Road. Warm 6 is where my house is. The willow-like countenance immediately turned pale. She suddenly grabbed the corn god's collar. You hit me. Was it a little girl in a red dress at the intersection? My nervous lips are creepy, you know? I didn't mean to. That child suddenly came out. Willow, like a strange saddle, rolled back 2 steps, her lips trembled. But there's no sound, panicked Corn. She tried to hold her hand as if it were an accident. Then just a wild child who doesn't need. Is it like he suddenly screams to hold his mouth? Get out, everybody, get out. After throwing the corn god and the lawyer out, she sank to the ground in tears. How can you be like this? How can you die? Why did you die? 3 days later, the willow stroked his fingers, shaking on the wedding photo. Suddenly, she's holding the phone. Strange letter. Immediately investigate the cause of the injury, especially what happened to him in the stone house. I want to know every detail. After hanging up, she stared stupidly at the phone. Until the 5th day, the secretary brought a document in a hurry. He opened his mouth and his face was complicated. Director Willow has investigated Raw. The man in prison was treated inhumanly. Here's the testimony of the prisoners who got out. Is it like grabbing a brochure? I flew behind her. It is written full of truth. The paper in her hand trembled violently. The secretary now plans to put up a medical record. There was one more thing she asked me to investigate. Little Vu's birthday. It completely coincides with her birthday. If you suddenly raise your head. The blood on his face flashed clean. The clerk then pointed to the blood type on the document. EB blood type girl. Grandma and he page fit or group he and by group. And he pulled out a bank statement. And this. Before, she gave him a page for compensation. So the first gave him $500,000. The money was transferred 2 days later. Transferred to another account. By the way, this account is from your office. Even more so after a car accident. There is a hope to save lives. But because the money is never transferred, I missed the last chance of treatment. The cure does not pass away. If you're completely crazy. She screamed out the miracle letter. She knelt on the ground. Tears blur my stubborn vision. Why didn't you tell me? I laughed for an hour. Tell me, will you give me a chance? It's raining harder and harder outside. Material. Suddenly, he stole the car keys and rushed out. Go straight to Ingo's apartment. God, come here for me. The door just opened, and she came tearing it apart. You've known the nature of the dance for a long time. You deliberately stabbed the raft, didn't you? You stole the money from me. The wrong person tormented him in the stone house. She grabbed her wrist and I calmed down. That bastard. Is it like a hard slap? Shut up. That's my daughter, my biological daughter. Each god behind a stupor. Why are you laughing suddenly? Even if they are dead, they are dead. Only you can protect me now. Does she laugh too? Laughing is more unsightly than crying to protect me. I'm going to the police station right now. Tell them, how did I help you fabricate evidence? Forced to plead guilty on behalf of Rousseau. The color of God's face suddenly changed. One hand pulled her back. Are you crazy? If we do that, we're both dead. You dropped my husband and my daughter. Just be able to report what this is about. She turned and walked towards the elevator. Suddenly the angel of corn came from behind. Unfortunately VA to the wall. Lucky to be protected passing by help. The opposite of else. This VA touch has provided evidence most directly for the denunciation. God corn. In court. The angel looked at the willow as if he was standing next to the sin. It is as if it were your home. You think you can get out of it. Even if he is a ghost, he will not forgive you. The stern judge stabilized the chaotic scene. The prosecutor began reading the indictment. Every crime is like a knife. Intentional murder. He got into a traffic accident and ran away. Hire a regulator. Obstruction of judicial justice. I was talking about a car accident 2 years ago. If the saddle suddenly trembled violently. She pulled a recording pen out of her pocket. I have proof. He personally admitted to stabbing my daughter in front of him. Now a mad god is faking. It's all fake. This convenient thing. Because to get away with it, anything is possible. He had the prosecutor interrupt him. Summon a physical witness. The shaky secretary stepped onto the witness stand. Put up a bank statement. Here's your transfer record for the prisoners in the stone house. 50,000 notes per person is a hard cost. The trial lasted until sunset. When the judge sentenced Korn to death, he suddenly screams, against which I am not submissive. And Willow as Yen, as an accomplice sentenced to 3 years in prison. When she was about to be escorted away, the corn god was still screaming. You think 3 years in prison is over? Wait for me to appeal. I finally turned my head to look at him. His eyes were as cold as looking at a corpse. Appeal. Evidence that you bought CAI temple to harm the ancient. I've handed it over to the disciplinary committee. God suddenly stopped speaking. Face color from red to blue. That's right. Sensitive videos in the safe at your villa. The police must have found it too. I hear that. Immediately, as if he had fallen to the ground. I fly close. I can hear his teeth coming together. It's impossible. Why does she know the password? The curious ballerina poked at his pale face. Dad, why is this guy sweating so cold? I laughed back at the man from a time of arrogance. Hey. Suddenly he rolled his eyes. But that royal girl is laughing. Try language. You will not die alone. I was stunned. Maybe he saw it. The impatient judge urged him to leave. I'm going to have a mental health exam next year. Maybe he's finally out of prison. After 3 days of wandering, she finally asked me where I was staying. The cemetery manager pointed to the farthest corner. The cheapest beer over there. My tombstone is very small, very old, and even the photo doesn't exist. It's like kneeling on the ground. The tears have fallen. I've looked it up. Birthday of dance. My birthday is the same day. Why can you? You may not recognize your child. She pulled out of her pocket a bottle of the sleeping pills this year. Every day I remember the way you made wine. Cho M. I remember so many good things when we were together. Obviously, we've been very happy before. Let's go for a walk and cook rice together. Working together. In fact, I always rely on you and I love you. It's my lack of commitment to Korn that opened my eyes. Makes me think you're just a replacement. Temporary. Sorry, I'm really wrong. Let me find you this time. I looked down at the willow as if it were dying. Suddenly I found her so slowly, separated from the body. The 4 eyes look at each other. She finally saw us. She trembled and reached out her hand, just before touching the baby. Was hit by a white light. And my soul and ZU slowly fading away. This time he really left, and the dancer asked me, Dad, will we be with you? I didn't answer. I hugged her tight. And she disappeared in the white light. If possible, I hope we'll never be together again.